In our view, true forgiveness means releasing the burden of hatred and judgment from your own heart, so that divine light can work through you to set things right. Holding on to rage and condemnation binds you energetically to the very people you oppose. It is as if you tie a rope between you and them, and then wonder why their darkness keeps affecting your spirit. Forgiveness cuts that rope. It liberates you from the cycle of reactivity and frees the other person's soul, at the higher self level, to actually feel remorse and change, if they are capable of it. Understand that many of those who fell to darkness are so used to being hated, indeed they often hate themselves subconsciously, that your added hate does nothing but reinforce their identity. But your compassion, your seeing the spark of source still inside them, is confounding and disarming to the darkness within them. It cannot comprehend love, and in that confusion, a crack might open for light to enter. This is why I and all your guides urge forgiveness, not to let perpetrators off the hook, but to create the conditions for real transformation. Think of it like draining the poison from a wound so healing can start. You drain the poison of hatred out of the human collective, and then justice can be applied in a balanced and wise way. Without that, any justice risks becoming mere revenge, sowing the seeds of future conflict. Now, practically speaking, how can you embody forgiveness towards such individuals while still supporting justice? It starts with recognizing, as I said, that within every being is a divine ember that originates from Source. Take time in your meditations to acknowledge this truth. You can use a visualization if it helps. Picture someone you find it hard to forgive. It could be a public figure like P. Diddy, or anyone who represents the wrongdoing. And imagine that deep in their heart area there is a tiny golden light. Around that light is a lot of soot or muck, all their negative actions and attitudes. As you breathe slowly and deeply, mentally send a gentle stream of love to that golden ember. See it glow a little brighter, and see some of the dark soot start to flake or melt away. If anger or disgust arises in you while doing this, it's okay. Notice it, and gently refocus on the light. You might say in your mind a simple affirmation, such as, I honor the divine spark within you. May it guide you to remorse and rehabilitation. May all shadow be melted in the presence of the one light. Continue until you feel a softening in your perception of that person. This exercise works on many levels. Firstly, it frees you. You will feel lighter, as if a heavy stone of resentment is lifted from your chest. Secondly, it sends a telepathic invitation to that person's soul, encouraging their higher nature to awaken. Sometimes, at the moment you do this, the person may suddenly experience a moment of clarity or guilt that is the start of their own healing or confession. Thirdly, if thousands of you do this collectively towards the various figures who will be exposed in coming disclosures, it builds a morphic field of compassion that will blanket the whole planet. This field will act as a buffer that prevents mass hysteria or violence when greater truths come out. It will ensure that justice is delivered swiftly, but as humanely as possible, preventing the kind of witch hunts or civil wars that the Dark Ones would love to instigate as a last act of chaos. By transmuting your anger into pure determination for healing, you essentially inoculate society against the Cabal's attempts to trigger backlash and mayhem. This is inner alchemy at work, transforming the outer reality. Dear ones, I also